So where in the hell are the full-time jobs? Everybody going, where's the full-time jobs? You're promising jobs. You're just giving us more little part-time Walmart type things. Here we go. Federal government, Operation Clean House Tots, National Health Department, Health and Human Services. Health and Human Services are going to have to jump through a whole bunch of messes as we throw them at them. Everything from the pop to the mama to the gaga. We're going to be throwing all sorts of mess at them. Getting everybody codified on the same page nationwide and then worldwide. So that all medical coding worldwide is on the same page. It's going to take some doing. So, we give them $376,593,750, 10% of the 20% to get them off the top. Administration on that, $3,765,937.50, which is only 1%. That means you better be hustling that paperwork well, especially in this computer age, where you don't have to go out and buy boxes of paper like you used to. Don't get me wrong, I know you have your paperwork. Actual hiring, $372,827,812.50. That's 99% of that budget up there. Of this, PAL's not owing any money. $149 million, just like last time, $131,125. Except this time we're actually paying them a base flat rate of $15 an hour. This is a career position all year long. I calculated at $18.75, although Health and Human Services will be responsible on their budget for paying medical, dental, any union wages that might be owed, depending if we negotiate a contract with union or not. So, 3,823 plus full-time career positions, because it's paying $15 an hour. And quite frankly, a lot of people would be happy to work the rest of their lives at $15 an hour if they knew that they had the security to do it. In the meantime, and I want to throw this in there, in the meantime, they're working for Health and Human Services, and I expect Health and Human Services to use their intellect to create a way to make this all an accredited program as well, so that when they're working, they're like, if they've been working in billing for 10 years, hey, you're a billing genius, right? You know, we need to be able to pass that on to somebody, not just OJT, but I'm certified billing genius, okay? PAL's not owing, we just did that one. PAL's owing $111,848,343.75, which is 30% of that budget, which is $20 an hour, which I calculated on at $25 an hour for the additional, any kind of additional cost. I just calculated it at that for a reason. I was thinking about my old FICA is what it was, but I think it's fair that Health and Human Services pays the FICA is what it all comes down to. I was thinking about FICA. 50% will go to the student loans that they owe. So they're still bringing home some money, and they got everybody covering their bills for the most part. But the base is $20 an hour. We're looking at a minimum of 2,150 plus careers created there. These people will be there a long time. Actually, that's not necessarily true. The way it's intended to work is the PALs not owing will be there a long time. Once these people have their student loans satisfied, it's time for them to move on and make room for more people who owe on student loans. Let's be very clear about that. So, we've done PALs not owing, PALs owing, and then at-risk youth, 16 and 17 years old. And this is where accredited work really comes in. It's important. So we got the $75,560.50 going to at $10 an hour, full-time, calculated at $12.50, just for the same reasons earlier, which will create 2,867 plus jobs for kids 16 to 17 years old that are full-time positions. Maybe these are kids that got a GED or graduated high school early. Maybe they're in some kind of a tech school and they need some OJT. They are definitely there because they've been referred by the law. A commissioner or a judge has to refer these kids. We're trying to get them out of the system and get them acclimated into adulthood. So they pay, the first 50% goes to attorney fees, court costs, victims assessment, $37,282,81.25. Attorneys, we're working on you. Educational account, we're putting away the money again, another 25%, $18,641,039.63 it looks like, which is of course part of all that. And then of course we pay to them directly the remainder, and we did the numbers earlier. If they're making $7.50 an hour, it'd be $1.87 in this case. The remainder will come out to $2.50 an hour. So they got some pocket cash, plus they got an educational account, and they got their bills getting taken care of it. In the meantime, room and board, yes again. This is important on this one in particular. Follow this for a second. $37,282,781.25. The reason for this is some of these kids will be going, this is room and board specifically for these kids. And it's the same with when you see it unless I otherwise note it, that room and board is for the kid programs. It has nothing to do with the adults. Adults can live in town. What's going to happen is sometimes we're going to have a natural disaster. We're going to have them every year. Someone's having some. As I'm talking right now, Haiti had an earthquake yesterday, and a few days before that it was California and Washington State, but a big one before that was Solomon Islands. And, I'm going to really burn you in the end. When you see the Magi, you're going to be burned, because I told you that earthquake was going to happen clear back in 2005. And I can prove it because I sent it to GW in 2007. It's actually written in there. Oh, that's going to shock you, isn't it? I told you that my dad calls me Darth Vader. But the Lord of the Sith does so for a reason, doesn't he? So anyway, these people are going to be called out. Help us, save us. And there might be times where they're all called in like a giant army and go save a natural disaster area. Let's get real ready for emergency management. In the meantime, new jobs, new careers, 8,840 plus on this one alone.